Good, Shivani. What kind of office you have joined? What kind of work you do?
Actually, I am a senior accountant in my office. It is a private limited firm in my city.
Senior accountant, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so he keeps, eye on all income and outcome.
Yes, I have to.
Okay, great, great. So what is this company all about?
So actually, before I was working. It was a construction firm, but now where I am working, it is a Christian institution. It is an NGO.
Okay, NGO. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So what does it work? Poverty eradication or what?
No, they takes care of disabled child. They provide
Achha, differently
education
able
and
people.
child.
Differently able
Yes, sir.
people. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Fine. Great.
So in this same office, my mother is working for whole time for full time, and I am a part timer there.
You're part timer, right? As a
Yes,
accountant, as a senior
yes,
accountant, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Hello. Great. Great. Now, what we discussed in the last class, we talked about Afare. Yeah, we talked about the Scheduled Tribe and other traditional forest dweller recognition of rights act in 2006. We talked about Scheduled Tribe and other traditional forest dweller protection of recognition of rights act. Act 2006. In in very short form, you called Forest Right Act. Act 2006. Hi Priya, I saw your answer. It was good. It was really written nicely. Right? I will suggest you few things. Right? Write few books written by great diplomats. See, Priya wants to join IFS, not IS. Priya wants to IFS. Read few great book, book which is written by great diplomat. One is, if I advise you to read The Prince by Machiavelli, right? And there is another book that you can read, very much classical, The World Order. The World Order by Henry Kissinger. 2 books would be sufficient as of now. If you can read these 2 books in 1 month, प्राइस बहुत कम है. प्रिंस का 150-200 रुपए, 200-200 rupees you can invest. The World Order you can buy in 500 rupees, not less than 500 rupees. Right? So read these 2 books. It will give you a more sense and a more desire to become a diplomat. Okay, you wants to she likes S. Jain Sankar. That's great. And if you can also pursue the further higher studies in international relation, that would benefit you. Even after the becoming bureaucrat, you have to study. Okay, without study, every bureaucrat, आपको पता है पहले जो DM होते थे, district magistrate, they used to write called district gazetteers. Have you heard about this word? District gazetteers. They used to write, otherwise India में कुछ नहीं लिखा जाता था. Indian knowledge was based on Shruti. Shruti means hearing. The teacher used to tell the students, right? The students used to listen then. Yes, Guruji. And we don't have, practice of writing and keeping it. Fine. But Britishers, when Britishers came, they invented many writing. For example, this write-up called Kautilya's Arthashastra. It was invented during the British rule. हमको पता भी नहीं था कि कुछ अर्थशास्त्र नाम का कोई टेक्स्ट है हमारे पास, right? So Britishers, appointed many DM, and DM used to write many district gazetteers, and you can find district gazetteers is a source of information about that district, about the forest area in that district, the it's called surrounding of that district, population, culture, right, language, right, economy. You can find all information in district gazetteers. Similarly, if you look at the great diplomat who wrote a classical text based on his experience, right? तो वो थोड़ा पढ़िए, अच्छा लगेगा. थोड़ा ये दो किताब पढ़िए, The Prince and the World Order, right? And don't study this book as your don't use prime time. Prime time means जो prime time है, मतलब जो पढ़ने के time है. When you go to the bed, go with the book. If you like, poem, go with that poem. If you like, some story, fiction, then go with that novel. If you like non-fiction, then go with that book. Go to the bed with book. Read some line, some few pages, and then sleep. This is your extracurricular activity that you love something. Fine. Anyway, चलिए हमें क्या लिखना है? फॉरेस्ट राइट एक्ट, डिक्टेशन. या लिखिए लिखिए. Although the PSIR Act had several provisions to protect autonomy and culture in the 5th schedule area, but in practice the state and corporate intervened in tribal areas on the name of development. अच्छा, वो गाना सुना, गांव छोड़ब नहीं, जंगल छोड़ब नहीं, माई माटी छोड़ब नहीं, लड़ाई छोड़ब नहीं. Have you watched it? Yeah, was it nice? Yes. Aman, not watched. भूल गए, कोई बात नहीं. If you can get a chance, you must see. You can listen. On YouTube, it is available. Right? It is basically questioning the notion of development. It is questioning the, the mainstream of development. You listen twice, great, great. राइट ये कहता है कि कृष्णा कावेरी सब सूख गया, मैं किससे पानी पीऊं, तुम तो बिस्लरी पीते हो, हम किससे प्यास बुझा लें. राइट, तुम सारा कोयला सब कुछ लेके जा रहे हो, डैम बना रहे हो ऊंचा ऊंचा, हाँ, सारा जंगल खत्म कर रहे हो, जमीन खराब कर रहे हो. क्या हमारे पूर्वज मूर्ख थे? Was our ancestors fool that they saved, they protected environment? Right, you call it a development, it is not. Right, it is, yeah, it is a beautiful, it is a nice song. Anyway, corporate intervene in tribal area on the name of development. Tribal population, the 100, more than 100 million population, tribal population live in India. And if we say that, okay, there should be a tribal nation, if we consider tribal as a nation, then tribal population will make 11th largest nation of the world. This is so huge, but they have faced continuous exploitation from the state and the corporate, and also from the jamindars. Got the idea? Now, although PESA Act had several provisions to protect autonomy and culture in the fifth schedule area, but in practice, the state and the corporate intervened in tribal area on the name of development. Right? The PESA, it did not empower tribals as it envisages. Yeah, it did not empower tribals as it envisages. कहना तो चाहता है. If you look at the PESA Act, it tells कि okay, Gram Sabha will have this power, this power, this power, but it does not empower. Basically, it is on paper only. Yeah, it is on paper only. So it did not empower tribal as it envisages, and tribal people faced continuous exploitation. And no tribal people. And yeah, it did not empower tribal as it envisages, and tribal people faced continuous exploitation and injustice. On the name of development. On the name of development. Right? They were compelled to displace. They were compelled to displace from their original land. Yeah, they were compelled to displace from their original land. And on many occasions they were displaced without rehabilitation. ठीक है, हाँ, जिन लोगों ने सॉन्ग नहीं देखा है उसको देख लीजिएगा। अभिनव आपने भी नहीं देखा, नहीं तो कमेंट तो पक्का आता। तबीला ने भी नहीं देखा, नहीं देखा ना, या देख लिया अभिनव? यू हैव वॉच्ड? आई विल वॉच, ओके, यू मस्ट वॉच इट। अरे शिवानी, इसमें गुड और बैड की बात नहीं है। आई हैव टू टेल यू द मैनी थिंग्स। देखा सर? ओके, ग्रेट ग्रेट। डिड यू लाइक दैट? डिड यू गेट द आइडिया व्हाट सॉन्ग वांट्स टू कन्वे अस? ओके, ग्रेट। चलो लिखिए, they were displaced, they were compelled to displace from their original land, and on many occasions they were displaced without rehabilitation. Right? The tribal population resisted development and launched a movement for land rights. Right? This is a background. Okay, next point you write. Right. They traveled to Delhi to demand the recognition of land rights. The recognition for land rights. They traveled to Delhi to demand the recognition for land rights. No. Social activist, journalist, civil society group, lawyer association, lawyer association, supported the demand made by tribal people. Supported the demand made by the tribal people. Right? Next point, the National Commission for Scheduled Tribe for ST. National Commission for Scheduled Tribe also suggested government to recognize the land rights for STs. Consequently, the UPA government passed the scheduled tribe and other traditional forest dwellers recognition of rights. Passed the scheduled tribe and other traditional forest dwellers bracket recognition of rights. Bracket close. Act 2006. The National Commission for Scheduled Tribe also suggested government to recognize the land for ST. Consequently, UPA government passed the Scheduled Tribe and other traditional forest dwellers bracket start recognition of rights bracket close Act 2006. Right. One more point. The preamble of the FRA 2006 says that tribal people have faced complex historical injustice. In the past. The preamble of the FRA 2006 says that tribal people have faced complex historical injustice in the past, and therefore the state needs to recognize the rights of tribal people. लिख लिया? जब हो जाए तो मुझे बताइएगा. प्रिया, Swabila, Shivani. Done? Okay. Now write salient features of FRA. Salient features of FRA 2006. Right, FRA was historical. FRA is historical. FRA is historical in terms of recognition of rights for STs in India. FRA is historical in terms of recognition of rights for ST in India. It has recognized following rights. It has recognized following rights. Right, first, title right. title rights. First is title rights. Right, FRA recognized right to hold and right to hold land and right to live in forest, right, under individual or common ownership. They have right to cultivation. They have right to cultivate their land. They have right to cultivate their land and earn livelihood. Earn livelihood. Right? FRA also recognizes community rights. FRA also recognizes community ownership. Or you can call NISTHA. NISHTHA. NISTHA. THA. Yeah, NISTHA. Somewhere it is called NISTHA, somewhere it is called different name in different part of the, yeah. It's called the community ownership right. Yeah, it is a community ownership right.
So NISTA is a Hindi term, right?
Yeah, it is a Hindi term.
Okay, sir.
Somewhere it is called NISTHA, somewhere it is called some other thing, right? But it doesn't mean community ownership of the land, right? FRA recognized right to ownership and right to dispose land. Yeah, dispose land. Sell it to only tribals, not tribals. Dispose. अच्छा, निष्ठा वो अलग चीज है, लॉयलिटी शिवानी, निष्ठा प्रतिष्ठा वो जो है ना निष्ठा वाली बात, वो अलग निष्ठा है. निष्ठा इज द नेम फॉर द कम्युनिटी ओनरशिप लैंड. ये कौन सा है ये बिल्कुल मुझे पता नहीं है. I don't know whether it is where निष्ठा is called community rights. सर्च करना पड़ेगा निष्ठा और कम्युनिटी राइट्स, आपको पता चल जाएगा गूगल पे. नाउ सो फर्स्ट इज टाइटल राइट, सेकंड इज यूज राइट. यूज राइट. FRA recognize FRA recognized right to collect and use forest produces they can use the unfarmed land. Unfarmed land. Yeah, unfarmed, yeah, uncultivated land. They can use unfarmed or uncultivated land or old habitation for their own use. For their own use. So this is use right. First is title right. They shall be entitled to that land. Second is they have right to use the forest produces, right? They used to have to right to use, the land, old habitation in that area, right? Third is called forest management rights. Forest management rights. Now, FRA provides power to Gram Sabha in following manners. FRA provides power to Gram Sabha in following manners. Right? A, or the first, the Gram Sabha has right to protect the wild forest and biodiversity. It has right to protect forest produce diversity, biodiversity, it has a right to protect forest produce, biodiversity, wildlife, and surrounding areas. B, you can write here, they have to ensure the development of catchment area, water resources. They have to ensure development of catchment area. कैचमेंट एरिया किसको बोलते पता है? जो तालाब है उसके चारों ओर जो एरिया है, तालाब जितना दूर तक जा सकता है, नदी होती है, मान लीजिए नदी बह रही है और नदी के चारों तरफ बांध होता है ना, तो नदी बांध के जो नदी से बांध का जो बीच का डिस्टेंस है, दैट इज कॉल्ड कैचमेंट एरिया. सिमिलरली कैचमेंट एरिया इन अ पॉन्ड यू कैन सी, राइट, वो जितना तक फैल सकता है. बारिश के महीने में you see in the rainy season any pond expands, नहीं expansion करता है because of the fall, great rainfall. Yeah, so that is called catchment area, right? First बोलते हैं जिसको, अलग अलग टर्म है. So they have to ensure development of catchment area, right? Then water resources, right, and other ecological areas. Yeah. Fine. The next point, third, is the GS, the Gram Sabha has right to protect, regenerate, right to protect, right to regenerate, and right to manage, forest resources. Yeah, resources. So look at this, right? They have right to management, the entire resources of the surrounding areas and their village, their habitations, right? Resource, forest produces, right? Water catchment area. So that is right to management. Okay. Now fourth is right to development. Fourth is development right. First is title rights, second is use rights, third is management right, fourth is development right. The Gram Sabha has been given power to prepare a, a plan and program for economic development. Yeah, for economic development in their areas, They have to right to get relief. They have right to get relief in case of any disruption. Any disruption, yeah. Any disruption from outside, whether a state or corporate. Fine. Got the idea? Now, these four rights has been given. There is a categorization of four rights. It is not categorized in that FRA, but I have done it. Okay, there are four set of rights: title rights, use rights, and management rights, and then development rights. Now, the Gram Sabha was recognized as a nodal agency to resolve conflict if occur any, right? And if any person is not satisfied with the judgment given by the Gram Sabha, then that person can reach to the subdivisional level committee, right? And if the person again not satisfied with the judgment given by the subdivisional level committee, then they will reach to the district committee, and the district committee decision shall be final regarding such dispute. The disruption डबल पी लिखा गया, कोई बात नहीं, या डबल पी लिखा गया, कोई बात नहीं, correct. Got the idea? You change the paragraph and write, लिखे FRA recognized Gram Sabha as a nodal agency to resolve any dispute occurs in the village. Right? If any party is not satisfied with the judgment given by the Gram Sabha, then it can be appealed to subdivision level. Subdivision block level से थोड़ा ऊपर होता है. It can be appealed to. Then it can be appealed to. It can be appealed to subdivision level. Further, it can be appealed to. District committee. Further, it can be appealed to district level committee. District level committee, whose decision shall be final. Got the idea? Yes. Now, who is the nodal agency to implement FRA? Not में लिख लीजिए. The Ministry of Tribal Affairs is the nodal agency to implement the FRA. Got the idea? Ministry of Tribal Affairs is a nodal agency to implement the FRA. Forest right hand.
Gram Sabha is a nodal agency for?
No, actually, Gram Sabha is a nodal agency to implement FRA at local level, but the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, is a nodal agency at the center, at the union government.
At central level, it is responsible.
Yeah. At central level, the Ministry of Tribal Affairs is nodal agency to implement the FRA. Government level पे कौन है? तो it is a Minister of Tribal Affairs. ठीक है? Yes, clear. Shivani, Sabila, Priya, Abhinav. हाँ, बोलिए.
Sir, I didn't get the line. They have right to get relief in the case of any disruptions from outside.
And for example, if the land has been, if there is a disruption, for example, for any development plan, right? If the land is being taken, right? For any
development plan of government.
Yeah, government. Yes, that's disruption from matlab government or corporate, especially government. Outside matlab government. दूसरा तो और कर ही नहीं सकता.
So if a government is planning to disrupt anything, so they can reach to court, right?
If government wants to plan, for example, to make some road,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Then land will come.
Yes.
The government will incorporate the land. So they will get relief in such time, such circumstances.
And sir, here Gram Sabha can appeal to subdivisional level. So subdivision level is below district level and above block level, right?
Exactly. It is above the village level and lower than the district level.
And sir, at district level, is this collector who will judge this?
It is DM office, yes.
Yes.
DM office and along with the other members. Not only DM, the other members also. The
Means
district
group
level
of,
committee.
yes.
Right? So there are three levels of resolution. The Gram Sabha, above the Gram Sabha there is a subdivisional level. Here state officers along with others, and then district level committee. So three level committee are there. There are three levels to resolve the disputes if any occur in that area, fifth schedule area. Okay? Now,
And sir, there is no provision for going to court, right? Means this will completed in there.
यहीं पर सॉल्व हो जाता है. कोर्ट जाने की क्या जरूरत है? कोर्ट में कितना पलरा पड़ता है, right? They should be resolved at this level. Let me tell you one more thing, that governor of all fifth schedule area, right? Governor of that state in where the fifth schedule area falls, the governor is empowered to to allow certain development or certain law that should be implemented in fifth schedule area or not. Got the idea? There are fifth schedule area and there are law made by the state or made by the center. Governor is empowered whether such law shall be applicable in fifth schedule area or not. Okay? Article 244 talks about it. Okay, Aman? Okay, fine. So today then we will move to women and panchayat.
Gender profiling for the in panchayat.
Yeah. Women and panchayat. Now if you look at अगर आप हिस्ट्री पढ़ रहे हो कि खत्म हुआ नहीं हुआ अभी स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ. Now if you look at the modern India, women played a very important role in during the freedom struggle. Gandhi was very instrumental to bring women in public sphere. Nahin, if you talk about Sarojini Naidu or many educated women, right? Today today is the birthday of Sumitra Chauhan. Sumitra Chauhan. She writes, she wrote बुंदेलो के मुंह हमने सुनी कहानी थी खूब लड़ी मर्दानी वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी. सुना है ये कहानी ना? सुभद्रा कुमारी चौहान. Yes, Abhinav. Subhadra Kumari Chauhan. She was also active member in independence struggle for the movement. During non-cooperation movement, she and her husband, Krishna Singh or Sam Singh, was very active. Gandhi was very instrumental in bringing women into public sphere. Otherwise, you look at the woman in Indian scenario, women were like a commodity, or sometimes even worse than the commodity. Commodity को हम थोड़ा value देते हैं. Women were not valued. They were compelled to die when her husband died. Sati was very prevalent, especially in northern India. There was a polygamy. And have you heard about Dasi system, Das Pratha?
It is like bonded labor.
Right? Dasi system in a temple. It was very prevalent in southern India. Right? Devadasi. Yeah, Priya, you're right. Devadasi system. Right? Women condition was very bad. It was really bad. And if you look at the social reform, social and religious reform in modern India, there was a many thinker who talked about women's cause, whether it is Dayanand Saraswati or Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Raja Ram Mohan Roy personally fought against Swati Pratha. Suchan Vidyasagar. There are many. Ranade was a very active, especially for child marriage. Now look at the Gandhi's entry into the national movement. Gandhi was very instrumental in bringing women in public sphere, and women used to do picketing against on the wine shop. Right? Woman was very very instrumental in for Gandhi, because non-violence, right, and discipline, right, non-violence, satyagraha, discipline, this was the characteristics of Gandhi. And for Gandhi, women were the most favorite, because women were more prone to truth, more prone to non-violence, more prone to satyagraha, right, more prone to discipline. You keh diya, wo karna hai. And that's why Gandhi liked women, in his movement. Anyway, wo khatam ho gaya, movement khatam ho gaya. But if you look at during freedom struggle, women, demanded a right to vote and equal civil and political rights for women as of man. And if you look at the Constitution guaranteed equal social and political rights on the basis of gender. Right? Now look at the first parliament. I talked about the first parliament when I taught you first parliament. There was a 5% woman in Indian parliament. In 1974, first time there was a report called, Nation and Woman karke. Us report mein, that report has talked about women condition in India. Right? There is a very much gender gap in India. There is a very much difference between man and woman. And the women movement launched a movement for participation. Now, meanwhile, when there was a debate on how to make the panchayat Raj more stronger, it was debated that at least 1/3 seats should be reserved for women. And therefore, 73rd Amendment Act was very much instrumental in recognizing 1/3 seats for women. Right? And in 2006, Bihar Panchayati Raj Act, the Bihar government provided 50% reservation for women in local government, whether it is panchayat or the urban one. And this was followed by the several states. Now 20 states follows this. Right? They have state Panchayati Raj Act, and for that act, under that act, they provides 50% reservation to women in the local government. Fine. And look at, as per the data, as I talked about, the 40% of women represents in all three tiers of the panchayat, and which has evolved as a strong grassroots democracy in India. However, if you find women, it is a good pictures, but there are bad pictures too. Women faces several challenges in panchayat. For example, they had to work due to patriarchy. They had to work the household work, child caring. Also there are failure. Fear of failure, character debasement. कैरेक्टर तो वुमेन का कैरेक्टर तो ऐसे लोग उड़ा देते हैं, राइट, कि ये ऐसी है, वो ऐसी है, राइट. Yeah, I'm coming to Abhinav, right? And bringing same to family. When women go out, then what men think? Ki, Are, why you are allowing women? She may bring shame to family, right? People may laugh at you, right? At your and some male part. Ki, see, you are allowing women. Woman needs to be cared, taken, and kept in four wall of the household. Now look at, there are also woman faces lots of problem of lack of information, lack of network, right? Lack of exercise of power. She never exercised power. Now what happens, when woman becomes elected as a panchayat, her putra or pati, sometime putra or sometime pati becomes pradhan pati, right? Or the sometimes son becomes pradhan putra and exercise all de facto power that woman supposed to exercise, right? तो मुखिया जी क्या करी, मुखिया जी चाय बना रही है, किसके लिए? तो जो लोग आए हैं, और लोगों को अटेंड कौन कर रहा है? तो उसका पति। हाँ जी बताइए आपको क्या प्रॉब्लम है, राइट? या उसका बेटा, हाँ जी आपको बताइए क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम है, राइट? और मुखिया जी क्या कर रही है? मुखिया जी चाय बना के ला रही है। मुखिया जी क्या कर रही है? तो मुखिया जी झाड़ू दे रही है उधर। हाँ जी मुखिया जी आपसे मिलना है कहा? हाँ मुखिया, जब कोई आता है आदमी मिलने के लिए, तो this is particular characteristic of northern India, Bijendra, maybe not in the southern India. When people come to the meet mukhya, and if mukhya is lady, the generally men comes outside. हाँ जी मैं हूँ मुखिया जी, I'm a mukhya, right? But no, where is that mukhya ji? No, I am a mukhya. And you can see that woman, sweeping, working the household work, and so on and so forth. She also tells कि okay वही मुखिया जी हैं, आप उनसे बात कर लीजिए. The woman also tells that no, that is the मुखिया जी. उनको पता है, right? So they are called sarpanch pati or mukhya, sarpanch putra. Yes, Shivani.
Yes, sir. Sometimes it also happened that women have reservations. So if male want to be a pradhan, so they मतलब वो अपने घर से किसी लेडी को खड़ा कर देते कि कम से कम जीत जाए ये.
Yeah, right. You are right. So basically, male also uses female as a proxy. इसको बोलते proxy. शिवानी, उसको proxy use करते हैं. Basically, सारा काम वही करता है.
Dummy kind of.
Yeah, dummy. Yeah, woman used as a dummy candidate, right?
और रिजर्वेशन का भी यूज होता रहता है सर.
Sorry.
सर रिजर्वेशन का भी यूज होता रहता है.
Exactly. So basically, and why civilized thing telling that they think women are only for the household work. Yes, this is a patriarchy, and in patriarchy, role of man and woman are fixed. हाँ हम बच्चों को पढ़ाते ना, मम्मी का रोटी गोल गोल, पापा का पैसा गोल गोल. Have you heard that poem? This poem is a purely patriarchal. When you say that mummy ka roti gol gol, it means women are assigned to the kitchen, and papa ka paisa gol gol, papa go out and earn money. So there is a value. You just compare ki mama in the kitchen you can find, and papa for the earning money, right? It is very much gender division of work. No, anyone can earn money. Anyone can earn money, and anyone can make roti, right? So you can think of, I can be house husband, right? And I need earning woman. कह सकते हैं ना? There was कुछ दिन पहले there was one placard. One man was holding placard that I want a something, I forgot. मतलब यही था कि I want to be a house husband, and I want a earning woman, right? A very, and ठीक है, और मैं दहेज देने के लिए भी तैयार हूं. हाँ, that was a major point. I'm ready to give dowry. So much of thing, you know, so much of thing. Contested one.
मतलब सर घर जमाई बनने को तैयार था वो।
मैं घर जमाई बनने को तैयार हूँ।
अच्छा, ऐसे लोग बहुत अच्छे होते हैं सर।
ऐसे लोग बहुत अच्छे होते हैं। नहीं, this is also not good. Yeah, board on social media. Yes, Abhinav. Yes, on social media I saw that kind of board. Right? Now, if you look at women representative, you know, क्लास ऐसा होता बहुत होता है सबीला। नाउ देखो ना, हस्बैंड अपने घर में रहता है ना लड़की रहती, दोनों एक थर्ड प्लेस पे रहते हैं, ना वहां पर ना वहां पर। एंड दैट इज आई थिंक बेस्ट प्लेस टू स्टे इन एट थर्ड प्लेस, राइट? विजिट योर you know your parent, both the girl and boy both should visit their family, but stay little थोड़ा सा दूर रहना जरूरी है, बिकॉज देन यू कैन एंजॉय फ्रीडम। अदरवाइज बगल वाले तो हमेशा आकर के बैठ जाएंगे और क्या बकेती करेंगे। एनीवे, या several comments. Now let me tell you what was the consequences of women representation in panchayat. There are, you know, one good book written by Kuldeep Mathur, and he talked about women representation in panchayat. You know, he talked about 3 women. One is her name is Tara Devi from Nasora village of Bikaner district of Rajasthan. Second is, you know, Kamla Mehto of West Bengal, right? Of West Bengal, and second is Fatima B of the Andhra Pradesh, right? And he talked about when woman becomes a panchayat, right? A sarpanch or pradhan, woman has different issue than man, right? Woman actually very much intended to prohibit alcohol abuse, you know, dowry, child trafficking, right? And they also targets open defecation, right? And they actually work for, you know, like for example, mortality rate, school dropout, right? School dropout, girl child education, right? And their agenda is very much similar to the Sustainable Development Program, SDG. सुना है Sustainable Development Program?
The Sustainable Development Goals.
Yeah, Sustainable Development Goals, SDG. There are 17, you know, SDGs set up by the UNDP, United Nations Development Program.
2030.
And the year is, yeah, from 2015 to 2030, they have to achieve all these goals, right? Initially what happens, the UNDP fixed a Millennium Development Goal, MDGs, right? And time was from 2000 to 2050, and they fixed 7 goals, 7 or 8 goals. They find a goals, right, to achieve it. In 2015, they again, you know, fixed a goal, Sustainable Development Goal. किसने किया है गोल ये फिक्स? UNDP ने। UNDP कौन है? UNDP is a special agency of United Nations. ठीक है, जिसको नहीं पता है मैं बता देता हूं, यूनाइटेड नेशन क्या है, यूएन क्या है, पहले ये बता देता हूं। यूनाइटेड नेशंस क्या है? एक्चुअली सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर के बाद there was a international organization set up called United Nations, right, to protect the world from the successive war, from the misery, from the war, right? And United Nations has, you know, several organs. ठीक है, क्या कौन कौन सा organs है आपको पता है United Nations के?
UNGA.
Called UNGA, United Nations General Assembly. Second is called
ICJ.
UN Security Council, UNSC, Security Council, Third is called Economic and Social Council. Economic and Social Council. ठीक है. ये जो थर्ड इकोनॉमिक एंड सोशल काउंसिल है, इसके पास बहुत सारी स्पेशलाइज्ड एजेंसी है, राइट. इनके पास करीब करीब 10 स्पेशलाइज्ड एजेंसी है इकोशॉप के पास, इकोनॉमिक एंड सोशल काउंसिल के पास. उसमें से यूएनडीपी एक है. आपने यूनेस्को का नाम सुना है? यूनेस्को भी एक स्पेशल एजेंसी है इकोनॉमिक एंड सोशल काउंसिल का. Yes, exactly. It indicates World Heritage Site. It works for, the education, basically, children education. So Economic and Social Council has a special agency, UNDP, and UNDP has fixed Millennium Development Goal in 2000, and there was 8 MDGs, 8 Millennium Development Goals. And what was the first goal? Eradicate poverty. Eradicate poverty. If you look at Sustainable Development Goal, इनका जो पहला गोल है वो है eradicate poverty. Got the idea? So this is of information को आपको शायद पता ना हो. MDG क्या है, SDG क्या है, right? So if you look at the women participation in the panchayat conforms the Sustainable Development Goal. Right? Got the idea? But at the same time, woman faces lots of problem. Right? Lots of problem. So likhwa do.
Yes.
We have 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes is a very. लिखिए. मैं 73rd amendment से पीछे नहीं जाऊंगा. लिखिए. The 73rd CAA provides representation. The 73rd CA provides representation for women as it reserved 1/3 of the total seat. Yeah, it is as it reserved 1/3 of the total seats for women at all layers of panchayat. In 2006, next point. In 2006, the Bihar Panchayati Raj Act Bihar Panchayati Raj Act (2006) provided 50% seats for women. At all layers of the local government. It was followed by many states. It was followed by many states. It was followed by many states like Andhra Pradesh, महाराष्ट्र, दिल्ली, या दिल्ली, उत्तर प्रदेश, उत्तर प्रदेश, ओडिशा, केरला, एंड सो ऑन. लेट मी टेल यू, ये बहुत ही हेल्प होने वाला है. ये जो 50% रिजर्वेशन है लोकल गवर्नमेंट पे, इट विल हेल्प अ लॉट. Why is it so? Because you know, the last election of the UP, the Priyanka Gandhi promised 30% ticket to women. Now local government would have been a training center for the women leaders.
To prepare them.
Yeah, to prepare them for the assembly and parliament. नहीं, anyway, लिखिए. Next point you write. लिखिए, right? As per Ministry of Panchayat Raj report, report 2015, there are 40% women. या 2015. मैं कल भी रिपोर्ट देख रहा था, मिला नहीं मुझे. मैं सोचा कुछ रिपोर्ट मिल जाए तो मैं अपडेट कर लूं इसको, बट वही है मेरे पास. As per Minister of Panchayati Raj report 2015, there are 40% women representation. 40. There are 40% women representatives elected at all three layers of the government, local government. Yeah. Of the local government. It reflects inclusion. It reflects inclusion and participation of women in grassroots democracy. Next point. Women faces several problems. Several challenges लिखिए. Problem नहीं, challenges. Several challenges like household work, child rearing, and caring, fear of failure, character debasement, yeah. कैरेक्टर तो ऐसे उड़ाते हैं वुमेन के, नहीं अगर किसी के साथ हंस लिया, बात कर ली तो मतलब पूरा मशहूर हो जाता है. आपको पता नहीं होता चीज, और दुनिया जानती रहती किसी अनोखी चीज के बारे में जो आपको पता नहीं होता. राइट?
very big issue.
Exactly, it makes them, society makes them big issue when a woman or a girl talks to a person, especially unknown person. अगर कोई unknown person जा रहा है, अगर कोई बात कर लिया, it makes big issue, right? Character debasement, bringing shame to family. Bringing shame to family. Shame. 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 Yeah. Cloth wearing issues, Shivani's. Yeah. Cloth wearing issues. Yeah. Dressing sense. Yeah. Dressing issues. अगर वो मतलब मान लीजिए साड़ी है और साड़ी ऐसे देख रही है, ओ देखो कैसे देख रही है, हाँ ये साड़ी पल्लू नीचे है, तब तो हाँ देखो कितना निर्लज है, ये है वो है, whatever. Good challenge you have brought. Dressing issues, right? Apart from the and so on. Apart from this, woman lacks social network. Woman lacks, मैं वर्ड यूज करूं, सोशल कैपिटल. ये बोर्डियो ने वर्ड यूज किया है, बड़ा वर्ड है. सोशल कैपिटल मतलब होता है वुमेन का नेटवर्क, इकोनॉमिक नेटवर्क, टेक्नोलॉजिकल नेटवर्क, राइट? Women lacks social capital and information, right? They are first timer. In power politics. Right. Next point. Kuldeep Mathur. Yeah. He was a professor at IIPA. अब जब लोग IAS बन के जाएंगे तो वहां पर वो टीचर थे, IAS को पढ़ाते थे, right? Kuldeep Mathur, has recorded several success story of woman sarpanch or / pradhan. Woman sarpanch / pradhan. Like Tara Devi of Nosera village. Nosera. Tara Devi of Nosera village. Yeah, Tara Devi of Nosera village of Bikaner district. बीकानेर बोलते हैं, बीकानेर का भुजिया होता है ना. बीकानेर district.
So Bikaner is in Gujarat.
It is Rajasthan.
Okay.
बीकानेर का भुजिया बड़ा फेमस होता है. बीकानेर का पापड़, हाँ, रेस्टोरेंट. Like Tara Devi of Nosera village of Bikaner district of Rajasthan. Kamla Mehto. Mehto of
What is spelling of Mehto?
Mehto. Kamla Mehto of Purulia district.
Purulia district.
Yeah, Purulia district.
BURL.
Purulia. Purulia. Purulia district of West Bengal. And Fatima Bey. Fatima Bey को प्राइज मिला है, राइट? फातिमा बे,
Fatima, what is the spelling of
Fatima, Fatima, B-I, simple. Fatima Bey of Andhra Pradesh. Of Andhra Pradesh. District, just you have to search. Google करो, मिल जाएगा. It may be Islampur or some. Islampur or there is some, Islamic name. Fine, we'll tell you tomorrow. Don't worry.
Sir, Kamala Mehto was from West Bengal.
Yeah, she was from West Bengal. Tara Devi was from Rajasthan. Right. Fatima Bey is from Andhra Pradesh. Right. Mathur argued that. Mathur argues that woman has different agenda. Woman has different agenda. Like protection of girl child,
Can you please go to last slides once?
Yeah. Mathur argues that woman has different agenda.
Okay, sir.
Like protection of girl child, maternal mortality, school girl education, and their dropouts. Gender discrimination, and so on. No. They also tackle alcohol abuse, dowry, domestic violence, right? Child trafficking, and open defecation. टॉयलेट एक प्रेम कथा देखी है किसी ने? Right? It was a nice movie, huh? It is a nice movie. The argument is very nice. टॉयलेट एक प्रेम कथा नहीं देखी? लगान? हाँ, no. टॉयलेट एक प्रेम कथा, it's a good right? Basically, there is a gender issue, right? You know, earlier in Indian society, toilet was not made in house because of the assumption that toilet should be at distant, right? तो जाओ खेतों में करके आओ, ओपन में सब ठीक है, बट घर में ना करो. Child trafficking, yeah, trafficking, yes, शिवानी, वही था ना? हाँ, trafficking, child trafficking, and open defecation, right? Their agenda, their local development agenda is
Their local agenda.
yeah, their local development agenda is similar to sustainable development goal. Sustainable development goal fixed by the UNDP. ठीक है, आज इतना ही. Rest I will come tomorrow. That I'll talk about.
Sir, what is the meaning of open defecation?
अरे जो ओपन में पॉटी करते हैं.
Okay, sir, okay.
ठीक है, हाँ, उसको बोलते हैं ओपन डेफेकेशन. चलो, so I'll stop here. See you tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll talk about, little more about प्रधान पुत्र और वो वाला एंगल नहीं दिखाया है. That will dictate, and then we'll come to the caste and panchayat in India. Prince, written by Machiavelli. Yes, there are many books. Prince by Machiavelli. Very thin book. Very good book. Prince, and then मैंने क्या बोला, The World Order by Kissinger, Henry Kissinger. ये पढ़िए, ये किताब आपको ना बहुत ही इंसाइट देगा. Yeah, yes, you are right. Rebirth of Kautilya. Machiavelli was, of course, similar to Kautilya. His ideology is very much to the Kautilya's idea on a state, warfare, and.
Sir, Machiavelli was from French?
No, he was from Italy.
Italy, okay.
Yes, the current Italy. उस समय फ्लोरेंस जगह का नाम था, वहां से था वो.
हाँ, उसको इटालियन कौटिल्य ऐसा बोलते हैं ना.
हाँ. कौटिल्य और मैकियावेली का जो आइडिया है, बहुत सिमिलरिटी है दोनों में. ठीक है, और बहुत लोग क्लेम करते हैं कि मैकियावेली को कौटिल्य का किताब पुस्तक हाथ में लग गया, वो पढ़ा और उसके बाद लिखा. बट ऐसा कोई ऑथेंटिक प्रूफ नहीं है. नो, या एविडेंस. So I'll stop here. See you tomorrow. शिवानी, कुछ कहना चाहती हैं आप?